Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP today. As the MotoGP circus rolls into Aragon, reigning world champion Francesco Bagnaia is bracing for an intense battle on the track. With a lineup of top contenders, including Marc Marquez, Jorge Martin, and Enea Bastianini, the stage is set for a thrilling showdown. Here's more on what Bagnaia and his rivals are anticipating this weekend. With a track record of 6 wins at Aragon, Marc Marquez knows what it takes to dominate here. However, as MotoGP returns to this iconic circuit, the Spanish rider admits that he needs a perfect weekend to finally break his nearly 3-year win drought. Here's more on Marquez's realistic outlook heading into the race. The 2025 MotoGP season will mark a new chapter for Fermin Aldeguer as he steps into the big shoes left by Marc Marquez at Gresini Ducati. But with the excitement of a MotoGP debut comes the daunting task of removing Marquez's iconic number 93 from his new bike. Here's more on how Aldeguer is preparing for the challenge ahead. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Francesco Bagnaia, the reigning double world champion and current points leader, has his sights set on another victory at Aragon, a track where he's had memorable battles in the past. In 2021, Bagnaia clinched his first MotoGP victory after a fierce duel with Marc Marquez. Last year, he narrowly missed out on the win to Enea Bastianini in another close contest. This time, Bagnaia predicts an even tougher challenge, with a 4-way battle involving himself, Bastianini, Marquez, and Jorge Martin. I think it will be a battle between all 4 of us. Enea won last time here, I won in 2021, Marc won here 6 times. And Jorge was always fast. So it will be a nice battle. Quote from Bagnaia. Aragon is a track that plays to Ducati's strengths, with its mix of braking zones and fast corners. Bagnaia expressed his confidence, noting that the circuit's layout suits his Ducati perfectly. However, the new asphalt at Aragon introduces an element of uncertainty. Teammate and defending winner Bastianini pointed out that the new surface could impact tire choices and race strategies, making it crucial to start the weekend strongly from the opening practice sessions. The new asphalt can change something, but first we have to try all of the tires because we have 3, instead of 2, for the rear and 3 for the front. Let's see what we use during the race. Quote from Bastianini. Jorge Martin, who is just 5 points behind Bagnaia in the standings, is keen to make his mark at Aragon. Despite being a strong contender, Martin has yet to win a MotoGP race at this circuit, though he did claim victory in Moto3 back in 2018. Martin acknowledges the challenge ahead, especially considering the success of his rivals at Aragon. But he's determined to close the gap this weekend. It's been a long time since Le Mans, but also Sachsenring I was close, but I crashed. So I feel strong. I feel I always have the potential for victory. Quote from Martin. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez, with 6 Aragon wins under his belt, knows he needs a flawless weekend to be in contention for the win. Bagnaia, though leading the championship, emphasized that his mindset remains aggressive, and he's prepared to fight just as hard as he did in 2021. Absolutely. My mentality didn't change. I want to win. The only difference between 2021, my first victory, and now is that right now I know the different ways to win. Bagnaia concluded. With the top riders all aiming for victory, the Aragon MotoGP promises to be a fiercely competitive race. As Bagnaia, Marquez, Bastianini, and Martin prepare to battle it out on the track, MotoGP fans can look forward to a race that could go down as one of the season's most thrilling contests. Marc Marquez, now riding for Gresini Ducati, heads into the Aragon MotoGP with a clear understanding of the challenges he faces. Despite his impressive history at the circuit, where he was unbeaten from 2016 to 2019 as a Repsol Honda rider, Marquez knows that past victories won't help him this weekend. Marquez's last win at Aragon came before the arm injuries that sidelined him for much of 2020. While he made a strong comeback in 2021, narrowly losing out to Francesco Bagnaia, and returned to form in 2022 before being involved in an opening lap clash, the Spanish star has yet to claim a victory this season. Obviously, we arrive at a circuit I like, I enjoy, and have been strong at in the past. But now is the present. I know that doing a perfect weekend, maybe I will have the chance to fight with these top guys. Quote from Marquez. For Marquez, the key to success this weekend lies in a strong start during the opening practice sessions. Reflecting on his close call in Austria, where he felt one of his best connections with the Ducati, Marquez emphasized the importance of building a solid foundation early in the weekend. He acknowledged that despite his familiarity with the anti-clockwise Aragon circuit, which should theoretically suit him, nothing is guaranteed. The new asphalt also adds an element of unpredictability. It's true that in Austria I was super close and it was one of the best weekends in terms of feeling with the bike. So let's see how we start here in FP1 and FP2. That will be crucial for me, Marquez told by Crash. Sitting 22 points behind Enea Bastianini and 83 points adrift of title leader Bagnaia, Marquez knows the odds are against him this season. Yet, he remains optimistic about his chances this weekend and beyond, while acknowledging that podium finishes may be a more realistic goal than outright victories. Looking ahead to his future with the factory Ducati team in 2025, Marquez hinted that his best opportunities for victory might still be to come. My target is to try to fight for the podium positions, and then let's wait if we will have the chance to fight for the victory. If not, next year we'll have more opportunities. Quote from Marquez. Marc Marquez's candid assessment of his chances at Aragon shows just how much MotoGP has evolved, with younger riders like Bagnaia and Bastianini setting the pace. As the weekend unfolds, Marquez will be pushing for a perfect performance to give himself a shot at ending his winless streak and getting back to his winning ways. Fermin Aldeguer, a standout in Moto2, is gearing up for his MotoGP debut with Gresini Ducati in 2025. However, the 19-year-old Spaniard admits he feels more pressure, knowing he will be replacing the legendary Marc Marquez. With 8 world championships to his name, Marquez's legacy is immense, and Aldeguer acknowledges the gravity of taking over his spot in the team. This is more pressure because Marquez, is an 8-time world champion. But we have to stay calm, go step by step. I'm a rookie, I'm not an 8-time world champion. We have to do our work. Quote from Aldeguer. Despite the high expectations, Aldeguer is trying to stay grounded as he focuses on his current Moto2 campaign. Although he entered the season as a favorite after a strong finish in 2023, where he won the final 4 races, the year hasn't been easy. Currently 5th in the standings and 50 points behind leader Sergio Garcia, Aldeguer is determined not to let the pressure of his upcoming MotoGP debut distract him. Some have speculated that uncertainty about his MotoGP future might have affected his performance this season. However, Aldeguer disputes this, insisting that his focus remains on the task at hand. When I'm on the bike, I don't think about next year. When you see all the people say, you don't have a ride in MotoGP next year, have team for next year, this is not nice for me to look at. But I work all the days to fight this year for the championship and to arrive in MotoGP at my best. As Aldeguer prepares to make the jump to MotoGP, his debut with Gresini Ducati is already one of the most anticipated storylines of the 2025 season. Taking off the number 93 plate in the Gresini garage will be a symbolic moment, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter for the team. Aldeguer remains focused on proving himself, both in the final stages of his Moto2 career and as he steps up to the premier class. With Ducati's support, and the Gresini team behind him, the young Spaniard is ready to embrace the challenges that lie ahead. Now I stay 100% calm because I have the bike, I have the team. Now is time to fight for the Moto2 season for real. So happy with the announcement to race next year with the Gresini team. I'm ready. Concluded from Aldeguer. Fermin Aldeguer is fully aware of the pressure that comes with replacing Marc Marquez, but he's approaching his MotoGP debut with a calm and focused mindset. As he continues to fight for the Moto2 championship, all eyes will be on how he transitions to the premier class and whether he can rise to the challenge of filling the shoes of one of the sport's greatest riders. Thanks for watching ZNGP today. This is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.